are going live.
Good, good. All right, guys, we are live. Let's see if the quality stays okay. Again, guys, I wanted just to put it out there really quickly that, we are working on the quality of these streams. They're going to be laggy for a little while until the new computer system is built, but we have to work with what we have for now, so I do apologize for the lag in advance. For those of you who are new to the channel, my name is MikeCesSr. I am a day trader, crypto enthusiast, and I have a lot of interest and just a lot of, I love trading cryptocurrencies. I love getting behind certain projects that I believe in, and I have a passion for it. So I learned how to take that passion and turn it into a business, and so far it's been very successful. I couldn't be happier doing so. And here with me today is, you all know her, Val Coins. Val, what's going on?
Hello. Everything is okay. A little bit, busy. Took a lot of work lately. So, but everything is okay. Just watching the market, trading, the usual every day.
You've been doing good. For those of you who don't know, I'm sure all of my viewers, you guys know Val, and just go take a look at her Twitter and look at the progress that she's been making on these short trades on BitMEX and a couple other exchanges. She has a very, very great style of trading. And what did we clean up? About 2 to 3 Bitcoin in the last 3 days or so?
Yeah.
Good.
Yes. Well, yes, myself, so, and the happy members, and everybody's just, we are a big happy family right now.
That is great. So I think just between me and you alone, we have taken about 5 Bitcoin down, and as well as your group. Talk a little bit about your group and what you have going on your side.
Well, I just joined some friends, and we together are having now this premium group that we run together. It is an awesome group. We give different kind of, signals or calls. Well, I would prefer trade setups this term. Altcoins, margin trades, calls, everything that actually, somebody would want to find.
Yeah.
Investment advices at one point, different stuff. So everybody who joined is starting actively margin trading.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yes, well, there are still people that are new to that. It takes a while to get used to the margin trading. It's not the usual altcoins trading. So you have to be reactive. The speed does matter. But we're doing great. Everybody's happy, and we are super happy too.
That's great. And like I was saying to my viewers last night, margin trading is a very tricky, I don't advise anybody new into the market or any new trader at all to jump right into margin trading, because you can get into a lot of trouble and lose your hard-earned money if you don't know what you're doing. So basically what Val is providing is she's providing an opportunity for you guys to learn based on her, trading strategies and, her guidance on how to margin trade. Margin trading altcoins and just simply trading Bitcoin and the top 3 is a totally different ball game. So you have to be able to use the tools that are provided in order to become a successful trader, and that's pretty much what Val's doing, and she's doing a great job doing it. And I will put the link down in the description for her program, and if you guys want to go and check that out, you guys can take a look at that after this stream, and I'm sure she will answer any questions also as well. So let's jump right into it. Let's look at BTC. Right now I have the 30-minute chart pulled up. It looks like a bearish pennant forming, what I like to call a bear flag. We're having a lot of trouble getting a close over this resistance here at the 67 to 67.80 area. We did wick up to 68.70, and we were just rejected and pulled right back down into that channel. You know, continue to see this thing running sideways, I think, before another major drop. But I wouldn't take the possibility of this thing running up to $7,000 off the table either. I think it does have room to break out of this channel and possibly hit one of these EMAs. Let's take a look at the longer time frame charts, because you guys know that's how I roll. I usually only look at, oh, it says that we're offline.
Mm-hmm.
Was it freezing up?
Refresh.
Yeah, is it back on?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Yeah, guys, unfortunately, this thing is going to be super laggy until the computer comes in. All right, we are back, and it's still laggy. Let's see here. Let's let it resume a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go back to the old basics, and we until my new computer comes in, guys. I think we're gonna take the video option off the table for now. And you know, we can't continue doing this and putting out shows that are barely even visible to watch. So we're going to Val, jump in Discord, and I will restart this stream in just the Discord chat. And when I get the new computer set up, we will continue with video. So I'll meet you over in Discord.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Talk to you soon.
Yep. Yeah, guys, I apologize. Listen, there's nothing that we can do about that. She's coming right back on. Just let me get her on here. Okay, Val, you there?
Hello.
All right, cool. All right, so unfortunately, you will not be able to see Val, but yes, can you hear me? Let's see.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Man, this is a disaster.
Can't hear you.
We're going to jump in the chat box down in DT. Let's see here. All right, there she is.
Hey.
All right, sorry about that. Let's go. Guys, like I said, I appreciate everybody that stuck around for that. I truly do apologize. The computer is in the process of being built right now, and there's nothing I can do. I'm trying my best to provide content and working with what I have for right now. It's just we're going to stay away from the video for now until we get the computer set up, and we'll just do voice. So, Val, I do apologize about that.
It's okay, no problem.
Yeah, let's continue back with Bitcoin. So basically what I'm seeing right now is we can't break over this resistance. Now, I can possibly see it is possible that we can break out of this channel here. But what would you suggest to anybody who is looking to open a short position or a long position? In order to get confirmation, what would you suggest to do so?
Well, I would definitely suggest for them to wait for the price to get out of this range it is stuck in. My channel is a little bit wider, so I think a safe entry for a long would be above 6,850 only after confirmation, and safe entry for short would be at around 6,620, maybe 6,590, let's say, that region. But anyway they choose to do it, they should definitely do stop loss. I don't see, any safe trades at this point. The price should go up a little because we need a small bounce, at least a dead cat or something. But it would not go too far, in my opinion.
Right. So yeah, we're getting actually right off of that 6850, 6860 area where where my 15 EMA is on the 2-hour chart. Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. We are getting some rejection, and again, it did spike all the way up to that 6850 area, but just got pulled right back down to that channel. Now, if we end up getting a fall out of this channel and we get a close out of this channel, I mean, that would be pretty safe to say that a short option would be on the table. And, you could probably feel pretty comfortable staying in that short until at least maybe the 65 to 64 area, in my opinion.
Yes. Some targets for the shorts. Hold on, let me see. Well, we have different support regions that we could hit. It really depends on the type of the drop that we would get, It would be something between 6,500 all the way to $5,400.
Right, and that's kind of what I'm aiming for as well. So basically, guys, like I was saying before, don't go looking for setups that aren't there. Just wait it out, wait for these patterns to finish completing, and kind of just wait to see what BTC ends up doing in the long run, because that's where you really start getting in trouble and you start losing money, is if you start looking for things that aren't there. You definitely will watch your money disappear. You have to be patient. And, I had made a video on BitMEX and how to leverage trade that is going to be getting put out on this channel very soon. And one of the statements that I had said is, if you don't have the patience for a limit executed order to be picked up and you are automatically market entering every order, you probably shouldn't be margin trading in general, because that is where patience comes in. And patience is the number one thing that traders need to work on and need to have in order to be successful. Again, market entering an order is simply not patience. You're jumping on the FOMO train. You don't want to miss out on a situation, but in all reality, you're jumping on a falling knife. If you don't have that ability to wait for a limit order to get picked up, then you shouldn't be even entertaining the fact of margin trading. Mike channel, I said if anybody has any questions for Val, shoot them out. Joshua Wood says good afternoon, and Mike says, what do you think of the rising shorts that are opening, Val?
Well, the number of the rising the number of the shorts are still not higher than the number of the longs. it can be, it is not necessarily an indicator. It is just, it presents the state of the market. Still, a lot more people are going long, so they do believe, or they're keeping their longs. So they do believe in a price recovery, or at least, like I said, a decade bounce. But the number of shorts that are rising simply indicates that there are people that are trying to take the opportunity of this downtrend. That's something normal. I don't see them at their all-time heights or something. They're still lower. The number of longs are also not alarmingly high. So it's just like, I don't think it will impact the price too much.
No, I would have to agree with that 100%. And Mike, I hope that answers your question. If any of you guys have any more questions for Val, like I said, just keep shooting them out, and let's try to get this chat, interacting a little bit. Let's try to, yeah, definitely. Thank you. And again, guys, any questions you have, throw them out. Let's get some interaction going on here. So another question that we're getting from a lot of our viewers is, Val, are we going to see a $10,000 Bitcoin by the end of the year? Is that going to happen? Are we going to see a $10,000 Bitcoin, or are we just going to, is this going to be the year of, Bitcoin's dominance kind of, falling off its peak? Or is that just simply just fear and doubt being put into place?
Well, this is where the hard part comes in, as in making a prophecy like this is extremely, risky, in my opinion, because I consider it is safer to take it day by day. I know people are asking that from the investment point of view. Mm-hmm. And they're scared that maybe, any kind of else they will buy, or any kind of investment they will do in Bitcoin itself might be diminished with time. It's very hard to answer such a question at this point. It may happen, it may not happen. $10,000. People wouldn't even haven't dreamed about that number maybe last year. Now this year, this is a concerning number.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more with that.
It's a tricky question. It's a tricky question, in my opinion.
I couldn't agree more. And listen, we're still up a massive amount from last year. We saw a crazy run up to $20,000 that nobody probably would have ever expected in their lifetime. And yeah. I think that question is greed, and I think a lot of people that are asking that question obviously have a big stake in Bitcoin. They probably are one of the ones that bought at the top, and they're hoping that it does get back to the 10,000. Do I think it's going to get back to 10,000? Yeah, I do. Eventually, I do think it will get back to 10,000. I think we will crack through 10, 11,000. And guys, once that happens, I've said it before, and I will stick by this. Once we do get that close above the $10,000, $11,000 area, I think the start of a bull run could occur, and we could start testing those all-time highs again. But it's really important that we get down to a lower enough number that is attractive enough for buyers to actually want to put new money into the market. And that's going to bring me into my next topic, is institutional money, right? Everybody wants institutional money to come into the market, right? I hear this all the time. Oh, once institutional money gets into the market, things are going to go on a bull run. We are all waiting for institutional money to come into the market. But I want to dive into that. If we get institutional money coming into the market, I can tell you one thing right now, that it's going to be stock market 2.0. Things are going to start slowing down. The opportunity to make huge gains that we're used to making right now are not going to be there anymore. Things are going, the volatility of the market is going to slow down tremendously if institutional money gets brought into this market. Val, what's your opinion on that?
Yes, I feel the same way. Once the volatility is gone, I think we might lose a lot of current traders that are interested, especially in this aspect of the crypto. Institutional money might pump the prices a little bit, but like you said, they will also kill the volatility at one point. So I'm not sure if that's the solution for the prices to rise, for the institutional money to come in.
Right. I agree. I think the solution is for overall
a wider adoption
yes.
would be the solution. If this altcoins would start actually, releasing the products that they raise their echoes for, well, not all of them are doing bad. This is not what I meant. But I mean, there are a lot of coins that actually have nothing real. It's just talk.
Right. And just
promises, some kind of project, something. It will happen. We will see when and stuff like that. I think for the prices to rise, they will need to start providing what they have, said they will.
Exactly. And also becoming more accessible to the public. Making it so Bitcoin is more accessible to the average person walking down the street. And I know they're trying to work on ATMs. They're trying to work on Bitcoin ATMs. I actually have one right here. I keep this with me right next to my desk at all times. I went to Philadelphia a couple weeks ago for a boxing event because I am also involved in the boxing community and MMA world. I parked on a side street. We went out and had a great breakfast in Philadelphia. And I came back to my car and I noticed that the Bitcoin ATM, the card was on the windshield of my car. And I thought that was amazing. I love this. That put the biggest smile on my face you couldn't imagine, because once that adoption is brought to the mainstream more and more, and it's more accessible for and that's why I kind of like what PundyX is doing. And for those of you who don't know what PundyX is, I don't like to talk about it too much because I don't want you guys to think I'm shilling it or I'm trying to get you guys. I hold very little of it, and I just think it's an overall. The concept is very unique because it's allowing the everyday average person to buy Bitcoin and have Bitcoin accessible to the public. We got a couple of questions coming in. Mike says, how do you...
Yes, one more thing that I think is important to point out is the Bitcoin does not need to be adopted only by the main public. Big challenges for the Bitcoin to be adopted by the retailers and be accepted as a way of payment.
Yes.
This is its concept.
Mm-hmm. So
as digital money.
Right, and that's actually what PundyX is.
Mike, are you there?
Yes, can you hear me? Hello.
Big challenges for the Bitcoin to be adopted.
Oh, I think we're having some difficulties here.
Mike?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I lost you.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me, Val? Hello? Val, I think it's a problem on your side. I'm not sure. Let's see here. Yeah, Val, I can hear you. But
I can't hear you.
yeah, let me answer some of these questions until Val. I would sign out of Discord and sign back in and try to jump back in that channel. How do you know that this is a bear flag? It's fiat and not a BART pattern. And what do you generally think about this BARTs you see now everywhere on CT?
Okay.
You hear me now?
Yes, I'm back.
All right, cool. She's back. Sorry, guys. Again, listen. When the new computer comes in, none of these issues will be happening. So we got a question coming in from Bart, and just going back to that real quick. I think that's what PunDX is actually trying to do. They're trying to make it a little bit more mainstream to the public in order to purchase with crypto and also buy crypto at these retail stores as well. So if you want to go buy a cup of coffee, you can buy some coffee with crypto, but also it gives you the opportunity to buy Bitcoin at that same coffee shop as well with the PunDX application. So, all right, we got a question coming in from Mike. How do you know that this is a bear flag pattern and not a BART pattern? And what do you generally think about these BARTs that you see now everywhere on CT?
Well, these BART patterns, they resemble a lot with accumulation or distribution schemes, let's say. They are called BARTs, just for fun or something. So basically, yes, this is just, this is a structure in the market. Basically, people pump the price a little bit, right? They stop, they accumulate a little bit more, pump some more, let's say, then they make the distribution, then they dump the price, accumulate again, and it's just repetitive. And it might be helpful in a way because it becomes predictable somehow, and it helps actually in trading a little.
Exactly. So I want to just show him what the bear flag pattern, if you go back to the last stream that me and Val did, we were literally, we called out the drop to a T. About 20 minutes after we ended the live stream, the drop occurred. And basically what this bear flag patterns is a big influx of volume to the downside, and it's followed by another drop. And usually if you go down to the lower time frames, it does provide a more in-depth look into a bear flag pattern. So yeah, I mean, overall, when you get these L-shaped patterns, it normally does follow a drop, but there is some cases where you see a drop occur and it's a short squeeze, and it's simply just seconds later, an influx of volume comes into the market that just pushes you out of your short position. So, all right, in your own opinion, would you dollar cost average starting now, or would you wait to do that below 6,000? And that is coming from Friezo D. Friezo D, welcome to the channel. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Again, in your own opinion, would you start dollar cost averaging your way in now, or would you wait? And I'll let you answer that first, Val, before I get to it.
Well, the thing is that right now, in terms of crypto, like owning any kind of coin, I'm just not an owner of Bitcoin or any kind of coin. I trade strictly in USD because I want to protect my capital, let's say, from this big drops in Bitcoin, right? Mm-hmm. So I prefer to accumulate rather right now in USD and invest at the proper time when I think it's suitable.
Yes. And so, in my opinion, and it's a great question, Friezo, dollar cost averaging away into a position, into a project that you believe in long term is not a bad idea. And these prices are obviously very attractive. Now, if we go look at NEO, right? NEO is a project that I have always been high on. I've always thought had big potential, and I know a lot of FUD came out about NEO, but sitting at $43 right now is very attractive to me. So myself as an investor, long-term projects, I do dollar cost average my way, smaller and a little bit at a time. I'm more of a day trader, and I worry about the price at where it's at now. I make my money for the day that way. But to answer your question on dollar cost averaging away into positions that you believe in, something like NEO sitting at $43 right now, depending on what you're working with fiat-wise and depending what your financial situation is, it's not a bad idea to take advantage of these low prices. But, if BTC continues to drop, these prices are also going to continue to drop as well. So don't go crazy. Don't put, you know, I would slowly, and when I say slowly, I mean, I really mean I would just slowly start, you know, accumulating at these very attractive prices, because I don't think we're going to stay down here forever. You know, I think this is I think this is what was needed in order to see a bounce to the upside, more or less. I've said that since we were sitting at $9,000-$10,000. You know, I started an open short all the way up at 10,000. That was eventually closed, but in order to really see a reversal, I truly still stand by what I say on BTC needing to be very attractive to the average buyer and say, okay, fine, you know, now I'll pull the trigger. So, I mean, you could start dollar cost averaging your way into positions, but only projects that you believe in. And that's what I would say to that.
Yes, definitely. They should do the research and they should be aware of what they're investing in.
Yeah. All right. Another question. Thanks, Mike at Valcoins. I made $1,000 yesterday. Great job, Mandeep. Awesome, man. You told in last live Bitcoin is at Bear Flag. I thank Valcoin. She is amazing. I made my 1 month salary in 1 day. Thank you, man. That's why we do this. Friezo says,
awesome.
Friezo says thank you, and Val and Mike, I appreciate it very much. Mandeep, that makes me extremely happy that we were able to help you. You know, that's the goal of what I'm trying to do with this channel. I want you guys to somebody who doesn't have the time like myself and Val have to actually sit down and do the research and do the due diligence that you know some viewers just aren't able to do because they do have 9-to-5 jobs or they're in other situations that they need to provide their family with. You know, we want to provide that information for you guys, take the heavy work out, and kind of just give you our opinion on what's going on in the market now. And it makes me ecstatic that you were able to take advantage of that drop down from 70. Where were we at? 7,600 when we called the drop, or 73? 70.
I don't even remember.
I think it was
at the top somewhere.
Yeah, it was high up there. So awesome, man. So happy to see that you made money on that. Awesome. One more question coming in from Sci Fitness. Sci Fitness, thank you guys. Val and Mike, do you guys mind sharing your long-term coins? Val is not. She doesn't hold projects. She trades the volatility in the market of what it's doing that day. She's not a long-term holder. She trades. She margin trades positions based on what is happening that day.
Exactly. That could change in the future, of course. Right now, during the bear market, I would rather just do this because I find this the safest method to trade during the bear market.
Yeah.
In the near future, if everything you know, stabilizes somehow, and we start a recovery, there is a reversal. I will start investing. Of course, I have some projects that I have my eyes on.
Yeah. No, there is definitely, and like Neo, you know, there's some of my top 5, just right off the top of my head. I look for intrinsically valuable coins that actually add. That our use case scenario, like I'm not going to put a project into I'm not going to put money long term into a project like TRX that really doesn't even know what it's doing yet. You know, I like projects that actually have use case scenarios, and you know, we can get into that in another video. I kind of just wanted
for example, about the holdings. For example, in December, I remember I invested in Tick coins. This is an exchange coin. Okay, the idea is that they had, you know, a utility for that token. It was a very nice coin. I made a huge ROI on it. So I was very happy with everything that it provided. As a holder, you get shares, you know, from the revenues of the exchange, etc. It was a very nice concept. I loved it. So basically, I'm looking for projects similar to that, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking for projects that do not give me promises and some kind of future million, billion hopes, right, in dollars. I'm looking for projects that do provide real, you know, returns from my investment.
Yeah. And Val, just to let you know, we do have 30 people watching right now. This is absolutely blowing up. To answer one of the questions up top, I'm going to actually give you guys the top coin for me of the year that I am holding and that I do have a lot of, and that's Binance Coin. And the reason why Binance Coin is a long-term hold for me is because Binance kind of came out of nowhere recently, and they started becoming the most their volume, I believe, I think they have the highest volume trading platform right now in the out of all the exchanges, maybe from the exception of Bitfinex. But guys, when you're digging for gold, the most important tool is the shovel. So I really think that Binance Coin is the shovel. And I know that's so corny and cliche to say, but I'm sticking behind that, and Binance Coin is my number one. I think it's going to be the biggest mover of the year, and I'll stick by that. I also have some long-term investments in VeChain, Neo, and a couple other ones as well. Let's get back to these comments. Because
the ones you just named, it is an exchange coin, right? Like I said before, it has like a use case, right?
Yeah.
And then Neo provides gas, which is also very nice.
Exactly.
It also does something.
Yeah, and any project that you guys hold in a wallet that's paying you dividends, and I'm not talking, that's you can't go wrong with that. And with Neo, providing gas, and a lot of other projects are doing the same as well. And Binance Coin has a lot of great features as well. All right, so Sci Fitness says you guys are the greatest crypto YouTubers. Thank you, man. That means a lot. Super Tuna says you say the average buyer buys at good prices. I don't think that's true. Most crypto capital actually flows into market when it's shilled by mainstream media or when coins are hyped. I can't agree with you more there. Listen, when I say that the average buyer, I guess I worded that wrong. I meant, what I'm trying to say is that for me anyway, and for an average investor, grabbing Bitcoin right now and holding it long term is something that I'm not interested in, because I think that the price has room to go down further. But for these big whales and these big money investors, they know that we have, they know we're in a bear market, and they are going to take advantage of the lowest possible price they can. And that's kind of what I meant. And like you said, yeah, they do shill a lot. And people on YouTube are, there is so many channels, and even on CNBC, what's his name? Brian Kelly is one of the founders of Storm, and that coin is all over the place, so I agree with you there. And thank you for bringing that up. Let's see here.
That usually happens to people that are new in crypto. That happened to me as well when I started.
Me too, with Ripple.
You buy your Bitcoin, okay, next step is what? Well, you need to buy some altcoins, right? To multiply your Bitcoin or something, or invest in some projects, or, Okay, so, well, you start looking what altcoin is best. Where do you look? You search the YouTube. You go through these Twitter accounts that have a lot of followers, and you see what they are saying, or what they're recommending, because a newcomer in crypto expects to find truth. He expects to be advised, not shilled.
Exactly.
But it's up to the people that provide these shills to do so or not. It is very hard to find somebody genuine in this space. I agree. And this is why people, after listening to different shills, because you cannot find an altcoin other way, let's say, as a newcomer again, they need to look into the project and see if the price is extremely high from, from its support, let's say. I don't know, just don't buy the top. This is what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah.
You should, learn a little bit about trading before actually diving into it.
Yeah. Super Tuna says, I think it's actually the opposite. Low prices are dangerous for us because it keeps dumb money from buying in, and we need to. I mean, I kind of disagree with that, just because the lower the price is, for us anyway, that has some, some experience in the market, it's just easier for us to scrap up these projects at a low price and turn it into profit down the line. Mandeep says, Valcoins, are you bullish on EOS, and can I buy at dollar coin average? I'm not sure what he means by that, but are you bullish on EOS?
I like EOS a lot because of its volatility. Well, I've retweeted something interesting these days. Today, again, I think, about the market cap of EOS, which is extremely, overrated, and it's higher than the market cap of some exchange of Huobi, I think, or something. It's just, crazy. So as lovely as EOS sounds, I would be very cautious investing right now.
Yeah.
Like a while back, it was a good investment. Obviously, it paid out, right? But right now, I don't know. It's like buying Bitcoin at, let's say, 11,000 or something. 10,000.
Yeah, absolutely. And I could not agree with you anymore. Right now, listen. I wouldn't be bullish on any projects right now until Bitcoin figures out what's going on. We have we're going on 40 minutes, guys. I think we're gonna. Listen, this is honestly the best live stream that we've done. I appreciate every single one of you coming out. This is amazing, guys. I could not be more thankful. I just wanted to give a quick. I just want to let you guys know that we are giving away $50 in any cryptocurrency of your choosing to one of the first 100 subscribers on my YouTube page. All you need to do is just simply subscribe. And once we hit 100 subscribers, I am going to pick at random one of the top first 100 subscribers. And that is my way of kind of giving back to you guys. I really appreciate all you guys coming out. I see that there is tons of comments coming in, and it would take us another half an hour to get through that. Val, I know that you're not feeling that great today, so we can. Do you have anything that you want to say? Do you want to, I know you got your group going on.
Yeah. Yes. Well, first of all, this is not my best day today. It will be better. Don't worry, guys.
Absolutely.
So, but I'm very happy I could join you. And yes, we're busy with the group, but things are going great there. I'm happy I made the decision to join them. And again, I want to, advise, if I may say so.
Of course.
The newcomers, all the guys that are holding to the project, etc. If you see the project is not making progress, and if you see they are, constantly under-delivering, you should take into consideration maybe changing the project at least. Don't get yourself trapped into such a position where you have losses of over 70% holding altcoin and just praying and hoping it will go up.
Don't get married to a coin.
Yeah. This is not, wise.
And guys, let's talk about that for 1 second. Why not? You know what? We're going strong. This is a great stream. When I first got into crypto, Ripple was a project that I got into. That was one of my first coins that I bought into. And I held on to Ripple it went all the way up to $3, and I sold and took a lot of profits, but I didn't sell all of it. And you can't get married to projects. And I saw somebody quickly ask if you can margin trade BNB. No, you cannot. You cannot margin BNB. But don't get married to projects, guys. There's going to be different things coming out each and every day from every exchange, left and right. And it's going to start getting very competitive. So, these coins that you're holding long term, don't become attached to them, because you're going to start losing money. And the point, the reason why we're here and the reason why we are invested into this community and into cryptocurrency is to create opportunity for us in the future. And if you start realizing that, the sooner the better, because hanging on to a coin that the price might not ever get back up to where you bought it, you have to take the emotion out. You have to take emotion out of trading, otherwise you'll get eaten alive. And again, guys, listen, if you have any questions, and I say this in every single one of my streams, and I really do truly mean it, we have a Discord linked up above in the description, in the banner of my page. Come join our Discord group, Dynamic Trading. I'm in there almost every day, all day. You can come and ask me any questions you guys have. That's what we're here. We're here to help and really just try to be there for the newcomers, and even have you guys help us out as well, because I'm sure there's people watching that know more than myself and probably Val too. So that's what this community is all about. We're going on almost an hour. I kind of wanted to end on that. Val, do you have anything else to say?
Yes, just one last thought regarding the BTC, action, because a lot of people are interested in that, and about this bear flag or whatever.
Yeah.
Bottom diamond. But, whatever you want to call
the bear flag. The bear flag.
Yeah. So yeah.
You call it a bear wedge.
Yes. It could go, either way, let's say. But even though the number of shorts is high, the most probable what it would do, in my opinion, maybe I'm wrong, it will dip a little to the 6,550 area, somewhere around there. And then it might bounce up to, let's say, $7,000 area, 7,100, and then we'll see. I don't want to be too, negative.
No, of course, but listen, it's reality, and that's what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, we have to, as much as Val as myself want to see this price go back up to 10 grand, 11 grand, we have to think about what's actually happening right now, and we have to prepare ourselves for what's happening right now. You know what I mean? And that's it. There's plenty of ways that you guys can short, guys. There's BitMEX. Huobi Pro just opened up an exchange where you can margin trade on now. There's tons of different ways that you guys can leverage and short positions. So, look into that a little bit. Do some research. And, guys, it's very important that you just do not get married to anything in cryptocurrency, because it will leave you high and dry, and you gotta just be like water. You have to learn how to adapt. And I'm seeing a lot of great streams. Thank you, Val and Mike. You guys are the best. Thank you. Awesome, guys. You are incredible. Again, $50 giveaway to the first 100 subscribers. Picked at random. If you guys are not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that like. Hit that dislike. Whatever you want to do. I don't care. Val, thank you so much for coming on. And I just look forward to continue doing these streams with you. It's a lot of fun.
Thank you a lot for having me, Mike. Next time we'll be in better shape. We'll talk more.
Yeah. Once this computer's up and running,
I hope Bitcoin, will give us some, good news to talk about.
Absolutely.
We'll be happy.
Absolutely. Guys, go follow Val on Twitter at ValCoins. I will put that in the description as well below. And again, thank you guys all so much for coming out. And until the next one, I will see you later. And be careful out there and trade safe.
Bye.
See you, Val.